Hi Internet, this is Pete and Andrew from the Haunted Company. Last night on the 22nd of August 2015 we went to Shining Cliff Woods and we did a paranormal investigation, and we're quite excited to bring you photos that we took on the night that show giant orbs. Not just tiny little orbs that you normally see, these are giant. So there's myself and Andrew here, as I've said, and we're going to go through these photos that we've taken and explain what we was doing at the time, what was happening, and what we think these orbs are. Okay, so we've got the first photo here, and what we was finding through the night as we was taking the photos is we was getting a lot of light leaks at the top on most of the photos that we took, and there's no real explanation for it because we're in the middle of the woods. There's no visible light from anywhere. There's no visible light source. It was overcast, so there was no moonlight or anything. So that rules all that sort of stuff out. But we're getting these sort of general light leaks, but they're all right. But they're not desperately exciting. But the reason we've included these photos is just to show you the area that we was taking the photos in, and the fact that we wasn't seeing any orbs at the point when we first started the investigation. Okay, so we're going to move on to the second photo, and again, as you can see, there's a small light leak at the top, but again, nothing desperately exciting there. And again, a small light leak at the top, but nothing conclusive or exciting. Again, small light leak, but nothing there. And this is the final one before we go into the really big ones. And again, this was taken literally a few seconds before the spirits appeared and started talking to us. The EMF meters went mental, the voice box went mental, and Andrew is a medium and he was feeling several presences. Is that right?
Yeah, absolutely. So at this particular point, we were kind of standing around a fire pit, and it had gone out, so there's nothing to say that there was any smoke or anything. So yeah, everybody felt a presence around. Like Pete said, the EMF meters were constantly going straight up to red. Me as the medium, yeah, the usual thing: lightheadedness, feeling sick, felt a presence around us. Couldn't really see any spirits, but definitely sensed the spirits there, Pete. The history of the place as well, it goes back thousands of years, and there's lots of happenings in and around this particular area of the wood, and we're expecting to find some things, but nothing like this.
I believe it's an old pagan ritual site. Is that right?
That's right, Pete.
Yeah.
It's an old pagan ritual site. There used to be families living in the woods, charcoal burners, and they had families living in the woods as well. So, but in all the years I've been doing paranormal investigation, we all see the little orbs, but what you're about to witness now is quite unique and extraordinary.
So yeah, I've not seen orbs this big.
No. There must be. People say the orbs usually are pieces of dust or moths, but
these can't be.
They would be monster moths. They'd be like giant. Well, it's just
and just for reference, before we go on and show you the photos as well, we took these on an iPhone 5, 5S, even. So it wasn't taken on a digital SLR. And as a photographer myself, I would say if I'd took these on an SLR, there's a possibility that it could have been light leaking in through the viewfinder. But obviously these are taken on an iPhone, and that's not the case in this place. People were lighting up areas so the iPhone could focus, and you'll see the torch light. But clearly they were stood behind me, so they wasn't actually creating these orbs. And again, I think, to be perfectly honest with you, if people had been that close to me that they created orbs that big, you wouldn't have been able to see anything because the picture would have been overexposed by the torchlight. So no further ado,
yeah,
we're going to go into the photos.
Let's everybody get excited. Here we go.
Okay, so this is literally taken a few seconds later from the previous photo, and it is just a little bit up to the left and up. And as you can see, not just a light leak, but a giant light leak. And this is, there's a very distinctive, I would say, see if Andrew agrees with me, so certainly one, two, possibly a third one there.
Yes, that's right.
Certainly two orbs, possibly a third one.
Yes, so an orb really, it's the early manifestation of a spirit coming through. And what the group was picking up was definitely an EMF meters in the middle of nowhere, that they had all on pretty well on red. So
and up until this point, when these started appearing, because I was reviewing the photos as I took them, nothing was happening. It was, we was hearing nothing. The EMF meters weren't doing anything, and literally within a few seconds, everything went mental. So we've got these photos. So we'll move on to the next one. This one's not as good, but again, you can see a distinctive, certainly one there, possibly a further one there, maybe. Mm-hmm. But again, distinctive. It's a distinctive round circle. Obviously, this area here is where it was being lit up by one of the torchlights. So that's, we're not saying that's the orb. This white section here is what we're saying is the orb. Okay, so we'll move on to the next one. So again, this is similar to one of the photos, similar positioning to one of the photos that I showed you earlier, where there was nothing earlier. And this is, again, how many orbs would you say there?
I think we've got about 3 orbs there, but the where we are there, Pete, at the top,
a little bit, yeah,
and to the left, it's like streets coming down as well.
Yeah,
like interconnected,
yeah, there's
like
definitely.
So that
again, possibly more than one or two overlapping there.
That's right. Another theory about the orbs is dimensions coming in scientifically. Are those particular areas kind of different dimensions coming in as well?
Yeah.
Different dimensions moving. It's just.
Yeah, that's it. We could possibly be seeing an orb, or a ghost, or a spirit transferring between dimensions there.
Yeah. Could well be.
That one's a little bit out of focus, but
that's beautiful as well when you see the curvature of that orb. Because what you usually expect is just a very, very small little moving thing going around, but it's just ginormous.
And as we get further into this, you're going to start seeing these with more definition. Mm-hmm. And again, look, it's a definite circle there.
Yes,
and everything's appearing in this top corner, but they do start to move over to this other corner later on. So again, people might say, "Oh, it's light coming in from a certain direction and stuff like that." I don't think that's the case. I'm a photographer, and I would be very hard pushed to create this many photos of, recreate and try and fake this many photos. These are straight out of camera. They've not been touched. I've got the originals still on the camera, on the iPhone, sorry. So, these are literally, as what you're seeing is what we saw last night. And we got exceptionally excited about. So again, very similar. And again, I think you can see there.
The layers.
There's layers, yeah.
So what was happening spiritually as well with the actual group we were going, like even the EMF meters were going for a good 20 minutes, weren't they?
Oh yeah, definitely. The actual event lasted. Spiritual event, the paranormal event itself lasted for a good 20-25 minutes.
And everybody was picking up presences, feeling cold spots, headaches, and me as a medium, it was definitely connecting with. That's another story. The 8 witches of Shining Cliff Woods.
Yeah, well, this is it. It's we're unsure, obviously, of what this could be, because we did hear sort of several noises. One of them being a goat, which we'll make a video about later, because that's quite amusing.
Yeah, but it's amusing, people. We talk about sacrifice in the woods, and goats were used for it.
It's very likely that it is a ghost spirit of a goat or sheep or some form of bleating animal.
That'd be interesting for you guys to have a listen when that's uploaded.
Okay, so let's go through to the next one. Now, I'm seeing another orb appearing there.
That's right, yeah.
On this one. So literally, these have been taken a few seconds apart from each other, and at ever so slightly different angle. And again, I know this light here is from the torchlight, and I've got several photos, with torchlight in them, and it's not the case that the torchlight is reflecting, because there's too much grass, there's too much, it was dull. It was very dark up there as well.
That's right.
So it's.
And the interesting thing on that particular night, we had huge thunderstorms a couple of hours before, which is also good for the paranormal experience. A highly charged static as well. It does bring a presence about.
Yeah, and it is worth noting as well, before the EMF meters were hitting red, we'd been there sort of 5-10 minutes with nothing. So right. We know it's not because of the electrical storm, but this has possibly helped the spirits come across from.
Yeah, they do say that,
side.
Peter. It does bring the spirits over. Anything electrical does make their dimension closer to ours.
Okay, so again, I'm seeing myself there. 1, 2, 3.
There's a
very distinctive circle there.
Yes.
Exceptionally distinctive.
And I can almost see colours in there as well. It looks like a violet at the top there.
Yeah, there's possibility. From a technical point of view, there's possibility that could be caused by the low light as well.
Right,
but
okay.
There's also definitely colour there. So it's who knows. That's one thing that we will try and recreate this at some point.
Yes.
And try and create orbs this big again. But I've never ever seen orbs this big.
It's phenomenal. Phenomenal.
So turned to a different location now. So this is basically with my back to that previous location, and again there was a distinctive one. There's one there, yeah.
Yes.
2, and possibly a 3 there, and it's quite interesting that they're all overlapping as well.
That's right. On the actual events. I did pick up on the eight white witches, I may say.
Yeah, so this is a possibility that it's that group.
They're coming in, and as you'll see in a later photograph, you'll see me bringing the spirit in, and the orbs pass over my head as well. Now that's fantastic.
Okay, so yeah, this one's really interesting
because we've got that little light in there. Can you see in the?
Now there is a possibility that could be a reflection from this light down here. Right. I'm not going to rule that out, but this light here is definitely not causing
that
this.
There. But that little dot there, maybe.
Possibly. I wouldn't rule it out. I wouldn't say it is or it isn't. Without going back and retesting it again, I wouldn't feel comfortable saying it. But it is interesting that it's appeared in the middle of what we're taking, and it's a bit of a strange angle as well. So. I don't know, but
that's an interesting point there as well, Pete. There,
yeah. So there's actually where it's actually movement there as well.
Yes, but again, the layers, it's like an onion, It's just,
so we've got a distinctive 1, 2, 3, and then there's a fourth movement there, and then I think this one's rolling all the way around. So as you can see as well, this isn't actually illuminating anything. It's not overexposing anything. It is literally imposed over the photo.
Yes.
Okay.
Very exciting.
So again, slightly different angle.
Look at that crescent there, though.
Yeah, it's a definite circle. Without that.
This one coming over, and
then again the layers.
Yeah.
The thing that was moving seems to disappear, and then again there's a very big light leak here as well. So,
well, Pete, I'm interested because, like I say, this is part of your job, camera work, and we've got to.
So this was one that was taken, well, obviously with somebody's back of somebody's head, but there's a definite circle there that you can see. It's just the one on this one, but. That was seemed to be centered over one person, and at that point, we took this photo because the EMF meter and the dowsing rods were pointing in that general direction.
That's right, yeah.
So I think this is one of my more favourite ones.
That's almost a complete circle. Well, it would have been a complete circle.
Yeah, if I'd have been a bit further back, that would have been definitely, without a doubt. So there's 1, 2, 3.
It'll be interesting for you guys as well if when you're clicking through, if you can actually see anything within the orbs. You know, a lot of people say as you zoom in or have a good look around, sometimes you even see faces.
Yeah, so, and obviously this is our first reaction to these photos. We're going to do a bit more analysis on them and everything that we've talked last night, because we've got hours of stuff to go through as of yet. But we thought this needed sharing because it's quite exciting. You know, the fact that we've caught orbs this big on camera.
Yeah, wow.
So again, this has only taken a few seconds, so you can see, although the camera has moved ever so slightly, there's a distinct movement of them. This one moving in, and that one's moved quite a way over this way.
Got movement as well, so.
And the camera hasn't moved that much to make that much of a difference. So again, that one's moved back. So there's a definite 1, 2, 3, 4 there, maybe.
That's right. Layers upon layers. Now look at that.
And you see, this is what I was saying as well, is like, we're back to the other side again, so I've turned round, because that's where the dowsing rods were pointing at, and as you can see, it's not light coming in from the left hand side anymore. The orbs are on the right hand side, and that one is just a singular one, and it's huge.
That's right. So it's almost like as I was invoking spirit, or whatever you want to call, you know, whatever your belief system is, we were actually it felt like the orbs or the presence was literally coming towards us all, as you'll see in later photographs. You know, they will
so again, this one didn't focus properly, but the orb seems to be in focus.
Yeah.
You know,
almost looks like a planet there, doesn't it?
Yeah, we're not far off. It could be Jupiter. I don't know. Maybe Jupiter's a channel in itself. But yeah, again, obviously, I know this is a torchlight. You know, we're not claiming that this is the orb. It's very much this, and it's the fact that it's more or less a perfect circle, give or take.
That's right.
So this is again out of focus, but this is Andrew himself, and you can see the orb. Appears to go behind him and through him and out through his arm.
Yes. So what we're doing there is again talking to. I think we're actually talking about the 8 witches there.
I believe so. Yeah. So this one's slightly better again. Andrew's out of focus, but the orb appears to be quite in focus, so the camera seems to be picking up the orbs, and there appears to be something here as well.
Yes.
So it's definitely centered around you, because if you look up here, this is quite.
Yeah.
You know, there's no sort of black bits, not like this. This is distinct.
That's right.
Something missing or something there.
Yes, because I was in a pretty well deep trance there as well, so it's definitely wow, look at that, Peter.
So again, yeah, it's and obviously it's worth mentioning, although we did have the fire running earlier on in the night, by this point the fire had died out.
It'd gone well out, yeah.
So, you know, this isn't embers, and why there was flies about and things like that. It's possibility that it's, you know, it's not. I can't see that being flies. It's a very distinctive pattern.
That's right. Yes.
So let's move on to the next one. Okay, so again, this one's more. It's got Andrew in focus here, and again, you know, here you can see definite different colour to the rest of the orb.
Yeah, so on this particular thing we have the EMF meters, we have dowsing rods, we have people on pendulums. Everything was just absolutely going
It's going absolutely mental.
Yeah, absolutely active. And then
okay, so that's back to begin. So that's the last photo. So
we're going from that extreme to where there's nothing, and again pendulums, dowsing rods, EMF meters, spirit box, just zeroed out. Nothing there, was it, Pete?
No, we obviously at this point as well, it's worth mentioning we wasn't actually seeing these orbs in the air.
No, that's right.
You know, the camera's picking this up. So, and anybody that knows anything about digital photography knows that most cameras, certainly camera phones, are capable of picking up infrared frequencies. So there's a possibility, obviously, that these orbs are on that frequency.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's the reason why we was picking up, but we definitely wasn't seeing anything apart from the lights and the dowsing rods and everything going, quite extreme. And it was extreme because we'd gone from nothing
Yes.
to the meter going off the scale.
What excites me, Pete, as well, is that earlier photographs, it was about all the orbs in and around, and then they came in. And as we was invoking the...
Yeah, because on this one, we're down to just literally, the last couple of photos, we're also down to just the one orb.
Yes, it's almost like they've all merged into...
Or the other spirits have left, and that's just the most powerful one left. But not only did we find, and again we've got more videos to make about this, but we've got the seance and everything like that we're going to put up on in the next couple of days. But we've, and me and Andrew will talk about that as well. But we invoked the spirits of 8 witches and we believe a lawman that may have killed the witches or executed them.
Yes.
At least 6 of them, with the initials DS.
That's
I believe
right.
it was, yeah. So that's quite exciting from a historical point of view. That if we could sort of do a bit of research and we can find out about that.
That's right, and a gentleman called Jeffers as well.
Yeah, Jeffers does not like Andrew.
No,
just as reference.
We'll see that later. You tune in on another date. The Ouija board went. He didn't like me. Unfinished business was the word he had with me. So
yeah, it was. That was from the last time we was up in Shining Cliff Woods, and it's also worth mentioning as well. This is the second time, third time me and Andrew's been up, but the second time we've had a paranormal investigation up here, and this is by far the best results.
Yes.
But Jeffers, yeah, he's from one of the previous ones, and Andrew may have upset him at some point or another.
I did actually research him as well in the old parish records when we went back, and there was a gentleman called Jeffers in the 1800s who was in and around. Well, he lived just a couple of miles away, so that was kind of exciting.
Yeah, it's certainly worth looking into further historically, because obviously there is definitely something there, and he was quite adamant that his name was Jeffers, and he was quite happy to tell us that as well. So
that's right. So may the saga continue, Pete?
Yeah. So
all exciting stuff then.
So we will obviously keep you updated with the new information as we've had a chance to go through it, because again we've got quite a lot of it. But in the meantime, if you want to get yourself over to www.hauntedcompany.com, and the link will be in the description below, you can book on for one of our next events. Obviously, bear in mind this is in August. The next event is at the Red
Line.
Is it Red Line or
the Red Line Hotel in Wordsworth on Halloween?
Yes.
Yes. And then we've got another one coming up in Tamworth on Friday the 13th of November, which is a really unique one. It's the Mummies of Tamworth.
So if you want to get on yourself on any of those events, and hopefully we'll experience something along these lines while we're there, then get yourself over to the website and get yourself booked, because the places are limited and these will sell out pretty quickly.
Yeah.
So if you like the video, give us a like, give us a subscribe. Keep up to date with what we're doing.
And thank you for looking at the biggest orbs
we've ever seen. Okay, thank you very much.